Hello guys, today we are going to discuss about this scenario in which after clicking a new button in customer or vendor and after clicking organization, generally it will show available CR types, right? So after clicking this and clicking on OK, for example, client is already having a requirement that description is already derived in a particular CR. So that has been already done. So in those cases, after clicking on OK, that client may not need to check description every time. So in those cases, this change request, even though this change request it is already having a description, right? Currently it is not having a description, but if it is having any description as defaulted, in those cases by default it should open in closed mode. That CR should open in a collapsed UI. So we are going to discuss on that. This UI should be always collapsed. Now I am closing this and opening it. See, now it will be opened when I am opening this organization. Create customer test and clicking on OK. Now you can see it is opened now. So in every case for this particular CR type, this description, because it is already defaulted, it should be in collapsed UI baby. That is the requirement. So how can we achieve this? So I have found out some classes which are very important. MDG communicator class. So I am going into that class now, SC24. So the MDG governance, this communicator class is this one. We can see its properties and assistance class for MDG communicator. MDG communicator means it will connect a CR and rest of the UI base to this. So this particular class will have methods, and whenever we are we are going to click on this new button, I am just closing this extra ones. So whenever we are clicking on new organization or anything, after clicking on this create customer test, a new UIBB will be formed from MDG framework. So in that case, what happens is a method will be called here. So we have to go to onStart method and click on, let's keep debugger here, this breakpoint. So now what happens is after clicking on OK button, that breakpoint will be called. Now just observe what happens to local classes here, local variables. So I am going to desktop 3 locals. We can see action is coming as create and IO is coming as this class. Now in IO here we can see an important one, empty UIBB. So go into this and just go down. We can see very important ones here. So observe 39 and 40 lines. 39 line is nothing but it is a form UIBB inside CR master. So this we don't have any use here. But what happens is this CR overview, that is a tabbed window. That means whenever we open any UI inside MDG, at the top that CR UIBB will be there. So that UIBB we are tracking here. So if we are making changes to this particular one, I am just going here. This is a one collapsed value is there. So if we change it to X here, automatically when we are opening any CR, so this, because I have maintained it as X, this is coming as collapsed mode. You understand? So I am closing it again I am opening it again and closing it again. We can see this particular one, it is not again, it is not calling again from this external breakpoint. That means only on starting of UIBB this will get called, method on start for communicator assistance class. So this is the use. Now let's go into programming for this. I have took screenshot for this because we have to program accordingly. I am just going and focusing on this tabbed UIBB section, line number 40. Now what I will do, for now I am closing this. Now under resistance class and into edit mode, we can see enhancement options, show implicit enhancement options. I am clicking on this. We can see here an enhancement option is there. Now I am going to this enhance option here. Now I will click on create. So code. For this one I will name it as ZEI because it is enhancement, and what is our achievement. So here we are going to make CR UIBB as collapsed. Collapse CR UIBB. So description is to collapse CR UIBB for CR types for Z cust 1 P1 CR. Now I am clicking on creation of enhancement and local object. Now this has been created, one implicit enhancement. Here I will make changes. So I am just doing by taking reference from the screenshot which I got here. So here we have to focus on IO OVP methods. So in IO OVP there will be an option so let's focus on get UIBBs here. Now again after getting UIBBs, LO OVP, so in that we have to change UIBBs, change UIBB. So this is the one. I am just clicking on enter now. Now let's add try catch here, try catch and try. Now here which UIBB I want to change here. So I am just going into this. So we can see TYS UIBB is there. This one we can use. So IF FPM OVP in that interface, IF FPM OVP. So here also I will try to use same thing, data LS UIBB type IF FPM OVP in this ty underscore s underscore uibb. So this data type it is having. So if you double click here, directly it will go here and we can see this structure. This is a structure inside this interface. I am using it as input here. Now I am just removing this one. This is not mandatory. By now I am going to import all the UIBBs and then I will store in data lt UIBB. So I am just passing ls UIBB here. So it is not having any warning is there, but it is not an error. So generally if we use this type of methods, we have to use try catch methods. That's why it is showing that warning. So I am just closing it and end try. Now warning will not come. Check. Okay, now what I will do, close this. Now here we are getting all UIBBs list here. So in that I have to focus on one of the UIBB. So I am going to do read statement here. Read table LTUIBB with key So in LTUIBB, what is the key? Content area ID is one of the key. So content So in get UIBBs, we can see it is coming in TYT UIBB. TYT UIBB means it is a table which is of TYS UIBB. This is the required one. So in this we can see it is having component, interface view, config ID and all. So in the same way, here also we can do same thing. So with key component, so here we can see component as FPM tabbed UIBB. Component equal to FPM tabbed UIBB. Now another one, interface view tabbed window. Here also I will do same thing, interface view equal to tabbed window, and config ID is USMD CR overview. ID is USMD CR overview. Content area ID and section ID, it is not required, I think. So it is not required. It's okay. With key into data ls UIBB. So in this case, now if you are clicking on check button, it is not even asking this one. So we can remove this data because dynamically we are getting that from dynamically we are getting that. So in this case it is not required. We are getting from inline declaration here. Now what I will do is I am going to change one parameter here. Collapsed equal to x. So this collapsed equal to x we have to do only in one condition. If CR type is this one, z cust1 p1. So I will do a filter condition at the top. So we know CL USMD app context. In this we can see get context, so I am just doing it into data, LO context equal to this one. Now if LO context is not initial, if context is not initial, only then we have to do all this. And if, now what I will do, I will try to take the CR type into this. So LO context get attributes. Here I am importing CR type here into data LV C request type. So anyhow I got this. I am closing rest all of them, it is not required. Now what I will do, I will add another filter here. If LV C request type equal to z cust1 p1. So let's reconfirm it. We are not having any C request here. Let's go into technical help. Yeah, we can see here start parameters z cust1 p1. So it is correct, z cust1 p1. Now I am end if. At last I am just adding end if. That's it. Now I am going to activate this. Now let's test it. So I am clicking on new organization, create customer test and clicking on OK. So it is not getting triggered. So some issue is there because it is not triggering as we expected. So what I will do is, inside this get UI babies, I know I haven't passed one exporting parameter. So exporting, so content area. So so UIB base belongs to this content area, right? So BS BP OVP, I will focus on this content area. Equal to BS BP OVP. Now we will get details from this content area. Now I am activating it. Now I am checking this. So new organization, create customer test and clicking on OK. Now CR has to be hidden. It should be in collapsed mode. Yeah, it is working. Now if we close it and open some other CR type, then observe the difference. You can see for this it is opening like this, but for that CR type it is opening in collapsed mode. So that is the difference, guys. So like this we can do programming at this particular place on start event, on start method, and then make changes accordingly, so that it will change the UABB parameter for this CR UABB, and it will work like that. So thank you guys. Let's meet in next video.